Ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of teaching us lessons, but unfortunately, many of those lessons come too late. We chase dreams, wealth, and status, only to look back and wonder, did we chase the right things? One of the greatest regrets people have is not valuing time. We live as if we have endless days, pushing important things aside for later. But the truth is, time is our most precious resource, and it waits for no one. If we do not use it wisely, we will wake up one day realizing that we spent years climbing a ladder only to find it was leaning against the wrong wall. We often measure success by material gain. Yet true success is not found in wealth or possessions. It is found in the relationships we build, the love we share, and the kindness we extend to others. No one at the end of their life wishes they had worked longer hours or made more money. Instead, they wish they had spent more time with their loved ones. Health is another gift we take for granted. We push ourselves beyond limits, neglecting rest, ignoring warning signs, believing that we are invincible. But when illness strikes, we realize that no amount of money can buy back our well-being. Taking care of ourselves today is the best investment we can make for our future. There is also a false belief that we always have more time to make things right, to apologize, to forgive, to follow our dreams. But the reality is, opportunities slip away. The words left unsaid remain unspoken. The moments we could have cherished become mere memories of regret. If we want to live a life with no regrets, we must act now. Cherish your family. Prioritize your well-being. Be kind to others. Do not wait for life to teach you these lessons when it is too late. The question is not whether we will learn these truths. It is whether we will learn them in time. Time is one of the most valuable gifts we have, yet it is often the most overlooked. We live as though we have an unlimited supply of it, always assuming that there will be more time tomorrow, next week, or next year. We delay our dreams, put off meaningful conversations, and neglect the things that truly matter, believing that we can always return to them later. But time is the one resource that once lost can never be regained. This realization often comes too late, when we look back and wish we had done things differently. In our younger years, time seems abundant. We spend days chasing temporary pleasures, assuming that we have a lifetime to do what truly matters. We believe that we can afford to waste hours scrolling through distractions, postponing our ambitions, or neglecting our relationships, because we assume tomorrow is guaranteed. But as the years pass, we begin to understand that time moves faster than we ever anticipated. One day we wake up and realize that opportunities we once had are now gone, and the moments we took for granted can never be relived. Many people only come to appreciate the value of time when it is slipping through their fingers. It is often in moments of loss, whether through the passing of a loved one, a missed opportunity, or an irreversible mistake, that we understand just how limited time truly is. The words we plan to say remain unspoken. The dreams we intended to chase are left unfulfilled. The people we thought would always be there are suddenly gone. And in that moment, we realize that time is not something we can control. It is something we must respect and cherish. The greatest regrets in life are not about the things we did, but about the things we failed to do. We regret not telling someone how much they meant to us. We regret not taking risks that could have led us to a better future. We regret the hours wasted on things that had no real meaning. These regrets stem from the illusion that time was always on our side. But time waits for no one. It continues to move forward, indifferent to our plans or desires. If we truly understood the value of time, we would live differently. We would be more intentional with our words, making sure to express love and appreciation to those who matter. We would take action on our dreams today instead of waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment may never come. We would spend less time dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, and instead focus on making the most of the present. Time is a gift, but it is also a test. It asks us how we will use it, and whether we will learn its lesson before it is too late. The question is not whether time will pass, it is whether we will make it count. Will we wake up years from now with regret, or will we choose to live fully today? The choice is ours. Success is often misunderstood. From an early age, we are taught to associate success with wealth, status, and material possessions. Society paints a picture of achievement that revolves around luxury, high-paying jobs, and social recognition. People dedicate their lives to chasing financial success, believing that once they reach a certain level of prosperity, they will finally feel fulfilled. However, many come to realize, often too late, that material success does not guarantee happiness. True success is not measured by what we have, but by who we are and the impact we leave on others. We see countless examples of individuals who have achieved immense financial wealth yet feel empty inside. Celebrities, CEOs, and highly successful entrepreneurs often speak about feeling unfulfilled despite having everything they once dreamed of. The reason is simple. Material possessions can only provide temporary satisfaction. A new car, a bigger house, or a growing bank account may bring excitement for a moment, but it does not create lasting contentment. Once the thrill fades, people find themselves searching for something more, something that money cannot buy. What truly defines success is the quality of our relationships, our character, and the sense of purpose we find in life. A person who is rich in love, kindness, and integrity is far more successful than someone who has all the money in the world but no real connections or inner peace. True success comes from the way we treat others, the difference we make in the lives of those around us, and the sense of fulfillment we gain from living with purpose. People who spend their lives chasing wealth often make sacrifices that they later regret. They neglect their families, miss out on important moments, and prioritize work over relationships. They tell themselves that they are doing it all for their loved ones, yet those very loved ones suffer from their absence. Children grow up without their parents being present. Marriages fall apart due to a lack of attention, and friendships fade away because they were never nurtured. By the time they realize that money cannot replace lost time, it is often too late. The most successful people are not those with the most possessions, but those who live with meaning and purpose. Success is found in the teacher who inspires students, the doctor who heals the sick, the parent who raises kind and compassionate children, and the friend who is always there in times of need. It is found in the small, everyday moments, helping a stranger, sharing a meal with loved ones, and leaving behind a legacy of kindness and love. If we want to live a truly successful life, we must redefine what success means to us. Instead of chasing wealth, we should chase fulfillment. Instead of accumulating things, we should accumulate memories and meaningful experiences. Instead of striving to impress others, we should strive to make a difference. Because at the end of our lives, true success will not be measured by what we owned, but by the love we gave and the lives we touched. Relationships are the foundation of a meaningful life, yet too often people prioritize work, personal ambitions, or trivial distractions over the connections that truly matter. Many realize too late that the moments spent with family, friends, and loved ones are the most precious gifts in life. No amount of success, wealth, or personal achievement can replace the warmth of genuine human connection. Yet, society frequently teaches us to chase career goals, financial security, and personal accomplishments, often at the cost of our relationships. It is only in moments of loss or regret that we begin to understand how valuable these connections are. One of the greatest regrets people have is not spending enough time with their loved ones. They assume there will always be another opportunity, a later time to call a friend, visit family, or mend a broken relationship. But life is unpredictable, and opportunities to share moments with the people we love are not infinite. Parents grow old, children grow up, and friendships fade when they are not nurtured. When people finally realize the importance of relationships, they often find themselves wishing they had prioritized them sooner. In the pursuit of success, many people unintentionally neglect their loved ones. They work long hours, bring stress home, and become too busy to engage in meaningful conversations. Birthdays, anniversaries, and important life events are sometimes sacrificed in the name of professional growth. They convince themselves that they are working hard for their family's future, but what loved ones truly desire is presence, not just provision. A child may appreciate gifts, but they will cherish time spent with their parents even more. A spouse may admire ambition, but they will value emotional support and companionship above all else. True happiness comes from deep, meaningful relationships. No amount of wealth or achievement can replace the joy of being surrounded by people who care about you. A successful life is not one measured by individual accomplishments, but by the love and connections built along the way. When people reflect on their lives, they do not remember the long nights spent at the office or the promotions they received. They remember the laughter shared with friends, the warmth of family gatherings, and the moments of love and support that made life truly rich. Repairing and strengthening relationships should not be something we postpone until later. Simple gestures such as a phone call, a handwritten note, or an unexpected visit can mean the world to someone. Taking the time to listen, to be present, and to express love can turn an ordinary moment into something unforgettable. People often realize too late that relationships are the true wealth of life. The regret of neglecting loved ones can never be erased, but we still have the power to change today. Every moment is an opportunity to cherish, appreciate, and nurture the bonds that matter most. In the end, success is not about what we have accomplished alone, but about the love we have given and the people we have shared our journey with. Faith and morality are the cornerstones of a meaningful and fulfilling life. Yet too many people come to appreciate their true value only when it is too late. In the pursuit of success, wealth, and personal achievement, people often set aside their moral values and spiritual beliefs, thinking they can always return to them later. However, as time passes, they realize that a life without strong moral foundations and faith lacks depth, purpose, and true inner peace. Many who have reached the peak of worldly success often admit that something essential is missing from their lives, something that money, status, or power can never provide. One of the greatest lessons people learn too late is that faith provides guidance and strength in life's most difficult moments. When faced with adversity, those with strong faith find solace and resilience, knowing that there is a higher purpose guiding them. On the other hand, those who have ignored their spiritual beliefs often struggle to find meaning in their suffering. They search for answers in temporary solutions, but nothing truly satisfies the longing in their soul. Faith gives life direction, reminding people that they are part of something greater than themselves. Morality is another crucial aspect of a fulfilling life. Many people believe they can compromise their ethics in pursuit of personal gain, thinking that success justifies any action. However, time has shown that those who abandon their morals for short-term benefits often face deep regret later in life. A dishonest businessman may accumulate wealth, but he will never have the peace of mind that comes with integrity. A person who manipulates others for personal advantage may reach a position of power, but they will ultimately feel empty inside. Living a life of integrity and faith does not mean avoiding hardship, but it does mean having a strong foundation to stand on when challenges arise. Those who prioritize their values and beliefs live with a sense of inner peace that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. They find fulfillment not in material possessions, but in living a life of kindness, honesty, and service to others. They understand that true happiness is not about what they accumulate, but about the love and goodness they share with the world. Sadly, many people realize too late that their lives would have been richer if they had nurtured their faith and upheld their morals from the beginning. They look back and wish they had been more honest, more compassionate, and more faithful to their beliefs. They regret the times they chose greed over generosity, self-interest over kindness, and ambition over integrity. While it is never too late to change, time lost can never be regained. The greatest legacy anyone can leave is not wealth or fame, but a life lived with faith and moral conviction. In the end, people are remembered not for what they had, but for who they were. A life rooted in faith and integrity is a life without regret, one that brings true fulfillment, peace, and purpose. Health is one of the most precious gifts we have, yet many people fail to realize its true value until it begins to fade. In the pursuit of success, wealth, and personal ambitions, health is often sacrificed as if it is an unlimited resource. People work long hours, neglect rest, consume unhealthy food, and ignore the warning signs their bodies give them, believing that they will always have time to recover later. However, by the time they recognize the importance of health, it is often too late to reverse the damage. Many individuals push themselves beyond their physical and mental limits, thinking that success is worth any cost. They deprive themselves of sleep, overwork their bodies, and accept stress as a normal part of life. While hard work and dedication are necessary for achievement, they should never come at the expense of well-being. No amount of money or career advancement can compensate for a body that is worn down, a mind that is overwhelmed, or relationships that suffer due to constant exhaustion. One of the greatest ironies of life is that people often spend their health trying to earn wealth, only to later spend their wealth trying to regain their health. It is not uncommon for individuals who have worked tirelessly for years to accumulate financial success to then face chronic illnesses, stress disorders, or physical ailments that limit their ability to enjoy the very success they worked so hard for. They wish they had taken more time to exercise, eat properly, rest, and manage stress instead of treating their health as an afterthought. In addition to physical health, mental well-being is equally important. In today's fast-pacing world, stress, anxiety, and depression are increasingly common, yet many people ignore their mental health until it reaches a breaking point. They suppress their emotions, avoid seeking help, and convince themselves that they must push through their struggles alone. But mental health, like physical health, requires attention and care. Prioritizing relaxation, mindfulness, and emotional well-being is not a luxury. It is essential to live in a balanced and fulfilling life. People often regret not making healthier choices earlier in life. They look back and wish they had exercised regularly, eaten better, or avoided harmful habits. They realize that small daily choices, what they eat, how they move, how they manage stress, accumulate over time and determine their quality of life in the future. The body is resilient, but it cannot endure endless neglect without consequences. Health is not just about living longer, it is about living better. A life filled with energy, mobility, and mental clarity is far more valuable than any material possession. When people prioritize their health, they have more time and energy to spend with their loved ones, pursue their passions, and enjoy the beauty of life. It is never too late to make healthier choices, but the sooner one starts, the greater the benefits. In the end, health is the foundation upon which everything else is built, and without it, nothing else truly matters. People often live with the illusion that opportunities will always be available, that time is abundant, and that there will always be another chance to pursue their dreams, mend broken relationships, or make meaningful changes in their lives. This belief leads many to procrastinate, delaying what truly matters while focusing on things that bring temporary satisfaction. However, life is unpredictable and opportunities do not last forever. By the time many people realize this, the chances they once had are gone, leaving them with regret over the things they could have done but never did. One of the most common mistakes people make is assuming they have unlimited time. They tell themselves that they will start working on their dreams next year, that they will reconnect with an old friend when they have more time, or that they will take care of their health once they are less busy. But as time passes, new responsibilities arise, distractions take over, and those postponed dreams and relationships are slowly forgotten. Before they know it, years have passed, and they find themselves looking back, wondering where the time went. Many people only recognize the fleeting nature of opportunity when it is too late. A young person may think they have endless time to pursue their passions, only to wake up one day realizing that they have spent decades in a career they never truly loved. A parent may believe they will always have time to bond with their children, only to find that their children have grown up and moved on. A person may assume that they can always apologize or forgive later, only to face the painful reality that the person they needed to reconcile with is no longer there. Opportunities in life are not infinite. They are like doors that open for a while but eventually close. Some doors may reopen, but others never do. That is why it is important to seize opportunities while they are still available. Waiting for the perfect moment is a mistake, because perfection never comes. There will always be obstacles, doubts, and fears, but those who take action despite these challenges are the ones who create meaningful and fulfilling lives. Regret is one of the heaviest burdens to carry. It is painful to look back and realize that the chance to do something significant has passed forever. Whether it is the regret of not pursuing a dream, not telling someone how much they meant, or not taking better care of oneself, the feeling of missed opportunities is far worse than the fear of failure. It is better to try and fail than to never try at all. The reality is that life moves forward whether we take action or not. The question is not whether opportunities will come, but whether we will recognize and act upon them before they disappear. Those who live with urgency and purpose, who take chances and make the most of their time, are the ones who will look back on life with satisfaction rather than regret. Giving back to others is one of the most fulfilling and meaningful aspects of life. Yet many people realize this truth too late. In the pursuit of personal success, wealth, and comfort, it is easy to become focused only on oneself, on personal ambitions, material gains, and individual achievements. However, as people progress through life, They often come to understand that true happiness and fulfillment do not come from what they accumulate, but from what they give. Unfortunately, this realization sometimes comes at a point when opportunities to make a difference have already been missed. Many people spend the majority of their lives chasing financial stability, career success, and personal milestones, believing that these achievements will bring them lasting satisfaction. While there is nothing wrong with striving for success, it becomes an empty pursuit when it is solely about personal gain. Over time, people who have accumulated wealth or status but have not contributed to others often feel a deep sense of emptiness. They may have everything they thought they wanted, money, possessions, recognition, but still feel unfulfilled. That is because real joy comes from the impact we have on others, not just from what we achieve for ourselves. Acts of kindness, generosity, and service to others create a deeper sense of purpose. Whether it is helping a stranger, supporting a friend in need, giving to charity, or mentoring someone who looks up to us, these actions leave a lasting impact, not only on those we help, but also on ourselves. Giving back brings a sense of connection, reminding us that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. It fosters gratitude, humility, and a sense of fulfillment that no material possession can ever provide. Sadly, many people only come to appreciate the power of generosity after they have spent years focusing only on their own interests. They look back and wish they had been more giving, more compassionate, and more willing to use their resources, time, and abilities to make a difference. They realize that the greatest legacy is not the wealth left behind, but the lives that were touched through acts of kindness. Giving does not have to be grand or extravagant. Small acts of kindness can have profound effects. A kind word, a helping hand, or simply being there for someone in need can change a life. Many people hold back from giving because they believe they need to be wealthy or have extra time. But generosity is not about how much we have. It is about what we do with what we have. At the end of life, people are not remembered for their bank accounts or their possessions, but for how they treated others. Those who give, serve, and uplift others leave behind a legacy of love, compassion, and kindness. It is never too late to start giving, but the sooner we embrace a life of generosity, the richer and more meaningful our lives will become. True fulfillment is found not in what we take from the world, but in what we give back to it